Good morning. Hope everybody's doing all right today. A little bit of a switcheroo today. If you hear any noise in the background, there's a good chance it's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse because you know who stayed home today with mom and dad. So, my apologies in advance if that's the case. I don't think it will be. So, all right, let's get right to it today. I'm going to go ahead and try and get this out early. So, um, that way we don't have any. That way we don't have any. Hopefully, we have some people getting the work done today. I'm a little slightly concerned about the productivity this week. I don't know what the holdup is. I went ahead and hyperlinked the assignments onto the NTI page so more people could have access. So I'm hoping that helps. We'll see. But we've got a lot more people that haven't completed assignments this week than we have had any other week. So a little bit concerned. So let's see what happens. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we're doing the Battle of Stalingrad, and Stalingrad is basically, well, it's the Russia fight. You have Hitler versus Stalin. Now, yesterday we talked about how, or maybe a couple days ago, we talked about how those two were kind of, there was some handshaking going on. They were, I see you, it was kind of, um, it was kind of what evil dictators do when they recognize one another, right? Like that guy. Right? Well, Stalin, Hitler made a comment, a remark that how beautiful Stalin's country was. It's kind of almost like a wrestling, like something you might see on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, right? And Stalin or Hitler is praising Stalin, saying you have a beautiful country, and of course Stalin is saying, well, thank you, and Hitler's not done with the sentence, and he says, it'll make a great living room for my empire. And at that point, Stalin, after basking in his own glory, hears that, and is like, excuse me, and it's on from there, right? So, um, Stalingrad was a bloody, 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 bloody battle. And it's really the first decisive loss that Hitler takes. Now, you could argue that the Battle of Britain, the Blitz that we talked about yesterday, you could argue that was a loss for Hitler and Germany because they didn't get to take over. Because they didn't get to take over England or Great Britain, right? But I'm not so sure this was a win for the British in this scenario. They were pretty bombed out, and their economy was still hurting, right? Um, so Hitler focuses his sights on the Soviet Union, and again, people not reading their history books. Nobody's ever successfully invaded the Russians. You know, winter is on their side. It's like if you watch Game of Thrones, winter is coming, right? And that's what the Russians have historically used to help win wars, to help win battles, and it works, right? So I'm I'm surprised that um, I'm surprised that that Hitler thought this was a war he could win. I mean, I guess you want your leader thinking he can win any war, so I'll give him that. But at the same time, this is a huge, huge, huge. This is a win for the Russians. No way to put it. A lot of red snow on the ground. I think I'm going to let you figure out what that means. Um, so, a lot of red everywhere. Let's call it that. So, all right, let's go and jump into number one. All right. Um, the Battle of Stalingrad. From which country did the Red Army come from? That's going to be the Soviet Union. Um, Number two, what was the pact between Germany and the Soviet Union called? The Non-Aggression Pact. They had a pact that said if Hitler invaded Poland, because Poland is the country in between Germany and Russia, right? The idea was basically what could happen is if the Germans invade Poland, Russia could think that they're next, right? That Russia could feel threatened by that. And um, Hitler says, no, 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 no. You know, and Stalin says, yeah, go ahead and invade the Poles. Nobody likes them anyway. You know, these are the conversations that dictators have. Right? No, go for it, invade, go for it. So that was the non-aggression pact, hence the name non-aggression, right? Um, what was the purpose of this pact? Well, I just said, Um, so the Soviet Union wouldn't see Germany's invasion of Poland as an act of war. Yeah, you got your big old soccer ball. My son is obsessed with soccer balls. You could swing your leg any direction in this house within a 3-foot radius, and there's a good chance you're hitting a ball. He loves soccer balls. So I have caught him here during this quarantine. I have caught him in his crib, dribbling the ball back and forth in the crib. So maybe, just maybe, we have a future pro on our hands. We'll see. So either that, he just loves it a lot. All right. So one other thing about World War II and the Soviet Union's role in all this, in the Battle of Stalingrad, we see women play a huge role. Now, women are going to play a huge role for the United States, as we'll probably talk about that next week. Women are going to play a huge role in Great Britain. But what role did women play in the Battle of Stalingrad? Well, they actually fought. There were women snipers. I encourage you to. I think we've got a video set up in Google Classroom of the women snipers and the witches. Right? The women soldiers would fly planes, very small planes that would go low to the ground, and they would make this sound that made it sound like there were witches laughing, and it supposedly terrified the Nazis, scared the crap out of them. So you got to put yourself in the Nazi shoes for a minute. Not only are you freezing to death, we talked about this with the same thing with Napoleon's army. Not only are you freezing to death in the snow, you're a pretty good ways away from home now, and you're going up against an army that can fight back against with a leader who doesn't value human life. So he'll throw 100 million men at you, whatever it takes to win. Because this guy is nuts. Hitler was nuts. Stalin is nuts. I mean, that's really and truly what it probably takes to stand up to Hitler. Hitler was a bully. You need somebody on your team. You need somebody on your team that's going to go in and throw elbows too, and doesn't mind a little blood, right? That's going to be Joseph Stalin for the Allied powers. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm recording a video for my class. Are you doing the hot dog dance? Uh-oh. You okay? All right, we're back to it. So, but Stalin was also open to having women in the army, and which was something we weren't doing at the time here in the U.S. So you have women snipers and you have women, the witches. All right, I highly encourage you to watch that video that's on Google Classroom. I think you'll enjoy that. All right, the night witches of Russia. Like I just said, low flying planes. They're pilots of them, and they make that would terrify me too if you're in the unfamiliar territory, you're struggling in the snow, it's dark out at night, and you hear that flying over, and you're like, what is that? That would scare me too. So, all right, Russia's winter weather, and this should be the last one. Yeah, Russia's winter weather had a huge impact on Hitler's intentions of taking over the country. How could snow help the Red Army against the Nazis? Well, how did snow help the Russians against Napoleon? We talked about this in part A. What role did that play? And really and truly, it's that way with any war. How does snow play a role in all that? Makes it difficult to get around. So, all right, that's the last one for today. Let's make sure hopefully we see an increase in productivity here towards the end of the week. I'm optimistic we will. Everybody's been pretty good. I mean, for the most part, everybody's been pretty good about getting stuff done the last 2 or 3 weeks. I would encourage you to, guys, stay engaged. We know that the last day of school looks like it's going to be May 27th, so we're less than a month away. Don't stop now. The weather's going to get nicer. Everybody's want to go out and play basketball and whatever else. Handle the business. Get up in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever it is you get up, and take care of that business ahead of time. And then you're free for the day. That's the way I would look at it. That's the way I would handle it. So, all right. Be good. Stay safe. Well, you can't enjoy the weather today, but we got a pasta spoon. You want to come up here and say hi? Okay, let's try not to knock down the video camera. Whoa! You say hi? You wave? Say hi. Those are Daddy's students. Clarabelle's Clubhouse Musical is way more important right now than being polite. Can you say ha? 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 You blow him a kiss? Mwah. Can you do that? You do that? No, he's got his big old spoon. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you.